Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder has been arrested in Los Angeles, the city of angels. Now, I want to talk about this for a minute because y'all already know where I'm going with it. And I'm thinking about also posting this on my gun channel as well. Right? Because this relates to that. And this bothers me. And y'all know where I'm going to go with it. All right? Shout out to Deontay Wilder, man. All right? He was out in LA in a Rolls Royce. I'm assuming he rented the Rolls Royce. All right? So he's out there in LA. I'm not sure why he was out there. The article doesn't say exactly why he was out there, but he was riding around in the so many things wrong with this fucking story, man. That absolutely irritates me. I'm not a fan of government, man. I mean, I hate those motherfuckers, man. Like with a passion. I really do. So they pull him over in his the Rolls Royce that he was in, and they say he had illegally tinted windows. That's the first thing I don't like. The tenant window law. You know, it varies from state to state. I think it's bullshit. It shouldn't be a tint law. You see these cops all the time riding around. Their windows be dark. You can't see nothing. You can't see in their car, but they bitch and complain to you about your tints, especially the fronts. They don't really bother the backs too much. They bother the front tints. And in a lot of states, they really aggressive with it. And then you ask yourself, well, why are they so concerned about your tints being so dark? It's because they're scared. The thing that they like to run on is, well, this is for our officers' safety. So we want the tints to be lighter when we approach vehicles. First of all, number one, leave people alone. Number two, if you that fucking scared and shook, don't be a fucking cop. How you think the people feel when a cop pulling up to them with blaring sirens and shit like that in the dark? You think we not afraid when y'all pull us over? But then y'all care so much about the a civilian's tinted windows that y'all that scared. Motherfucker, if a motherfucker want to really do something to you, it don't matter if his windows are tinted or not. What can you still can't see shit. You could look in his window if it's not tinted and he could still have a fucking gun. Right? So that tint law is bullshit. I don't, sometimes I say to myself, who writes these laws? Who sits down and comes up with this bullshit? Because it absolutely makes zero sense. If a window is dark tinted or a person doesn't have tint, the danger for a cop still remains the fucking same. All right? That's one issue I got. Second issue is the weed. Okay. They said they found they smelled marijuana in his car. So fucking what? I always had a problem with the weed laws. Marijuana is a plant that grows out the fucking dirt. It's a plant, bro. But all these synthetic drugs running around killing motherfuckers, this fentanyl and all of this that they let float up in this country, you don't see them go after that. You worrying about a little bit of bullshit weed that somebody got on them, a plant, dude, that don't kill people. You're attacking that. You're villainizing a fucking plant, dude. Never understood that shit. Now all of a sudden, first of all, I think weed is legal in LA now. So what the fuck you bothering the man for? If the weed was legal and they smelled it, right? Why are you pulling them over for others? That's giving them a probable cause. They're gonna use that as a probable cause. Well, we smell weed in this car. Now I don't know the law. I have to look a little bit more. Maybe weed is legal in Los Angeles, but you just can't have it in your car, which is dumb. I don't know if that's what it was, but if it doesn't matter if it's in your car or not, and then they use that to search his car, that should be inadmissible evidence. They should release him right off the rip, even if they did find a gun. Because the initial reason for you pulling them over was for the tents. How'd you go for the tents? You went from tents to smelling weed in his car to finding a gun in his car. Come on, man. These motherfuckers stayed digging. That's why shit always happening to them. Now one of them was getting shot. That's the reason why right there. All right, now to the gun. Y'all already know where I'm gonna go with the gun. I'm a believer in the Second Amendment. This is not even just the Second Amendment. I'm a strong believer in the right to self-defense, bro. If you got a firearm on you and you ain't bothering the soul, where's the crime? All right, where's the crime in that? Where's the crime in that? If you got a gun on you, you just carrying it for protection. There is no crime in that. Deontay Wilder wasn't robbing no bank. He wasn't using it to commit a felony. He just simply had it on his body to protect himself. He's a celebrity. He's a millionaire, multi-millionaire. Not to mention, it doesn't matter if you're a multi-millionaire or not. Everybody has that natural right of self-preservation. Period. So what? You wanted him to go to LA, no strap. Now, I know the LA laws is fucked up. That's just the way it is out there in California. But you wanted him to ride around with no gun, get shot like Biggie or somebody like that, get shot and nobody know who killed him, so he could be another cold case, right? That's what the cops want. Because remember, y'all, cops don't never stop shit. They always come after you already, something bad happens, then they come. And certain times, shit, they don't even do shit. They cowards, they pussies. They don't do nothing. They'll wait like they let those bunch of kids get shot up in that school and didn't do nothing about it. Yeah, like that, right? Let's talk about that. But here you got a brother. He's protecting himself and potentially people around him. He's in a fucking Rolls Royce, a $400,000 car. Y'all pulling him over for deep tents. Dumb shit. Let people live, bro. These cops, bro. They live to just make your life a living hell. You know why? Because they all failures, bro. All of them, they're failures in life, so they want to fuck with your life because they miserable. I think you got to be a miserable soul to be a fucking cop, dude. I really feel like that. Now maybe there were some that wanted to be cops because they really honestly wanted to do the right thing for the people. But those type of cops are gone, or they're not even on the force. They never even made it that far because they don't want those types to be on the force. They want the jackboots, the followers, the robots that's gonna be tyrants. They want them kind of cops. All right, now the gun again. You are American, you are a civilian of this country. You should be able to go wherever you want with your gun. Your right to defense don't stop in your fucking state where you live at or a state that lets you carry a gun. You should be able to go from state to state to state to New York to Colorado, California, Maryland. Motherfucker, you pay taxes in this motherfucker. You should be able to go to any state. If I go to one state, I buy food, they taxing me when I'm buying food, then I should be able to step foot in this motherfucker. If I'm good enough to spend money in your state, I'm good enough to carry a gun in your state. That's just the way I see it. None of these politicians are not going to change these laws. There should have been a law saying that from the beginning. There should be no. I'm not a believer in. Okay, there should be a national reciprocity law. It shouldn't be none of that at all. You should be able to. It shouldn't be no law for that. You are a born citizen or a civilian in the country, America. You was born here. You're not a criminal or whatever you want to call a criminal. You tote wherever you fucking want to tote. Period. You know why? Because these motherfuckers don't have a problem digging in your pockets, taking your money, taking your paycheck. They can do that, and you can go spend all this money in these places, this, that, and the third. But when it comes to you and your rights, they want to suppress you and your shit. This is just a bullshit country. That's why everything that's going on over here, I don't give a fuck. I hope this place crash and burn, bro. I really mean that at the core. Real shit. So this place is just terrible. And another thing that's kind of odd, like where did Deontay Wilder get the gun from? It's not like you could fly on a plane from, I guess, Alabama to California. They're not gonna let you fly. If he tried to smuggle the gun from over there to Cali, he would have got stopped a long time ago. He would have got stopped at the airport. They would have caught it. And they might have not even let him take it out of Alabama, knowing that where his destination was. They probably would have flagged him. So I don't know where the gun came from. If he got to connect out there in Cali to let him hold a gun or whatever it was. I don't know. But I'm a firm believer. Leave that man alone. Leave people alone, bro. Leave people alone. These cops, they get into they take this oath, right, to defend the Constitution, and then they, as soon as they get in, they do the opposite. And they start following the status quo, and they start doing the exact opposite of what they were supposed to so-called sworn on the Constitution to defend it. But then you turn around and you violate Deontay Wilder's rights. You violate everybody. They violate rights constantly in these places. And like they're doing something good, but they're not. They know they not. They just don't care because they'll violate your life. They'll tear your life apart for a paycheck. That is why I don't respect them. Period. Now you might have some that say, hey, I'm not gonna enforce this and yeah, whatever. It's all talk. I want to see them actually do what they say they was gonna do. There's in a lot of states when they got all these laws, these sheriffs talking about, well, we not gonna follow this gun ban. Okay, well, it's easier you talking, but when it come down to nitty gritty, the feds rolling. Let me see how much you enforce it. Then that's when you're gonna really see who's the real and who's not. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Deontay Wilder. I hope he overcome that. He also said, man, and when he bonded out, he said to them, "Yo, I'd rather be safe than sorry." The end, my man, and I totally 100,000% agree with my boy. Especially because you know why? If somebody was to run up on Deontay Wilder, he ain't have no gun, and they killed that man, God forbid, what the cops gonna do? Nothing. All they gonna do is act like they care and throw him in a cold case file somewhere, just like they did Big, just like they did other rappers and shit like that. It always happened like that. They could care less about the brothers. They don't want us with guns anyway. We already know how they feel about us with firearms. They don't want none of us with guns, especially especially my people. They don't want us with guns. They don't. It's a problem. And then when you go to these states like Cali and all of that stuff, that is the worst for gun laws, man. I feel sorry for them folks out there. They let it happen though. They let it happen. So hopefully Wilder come up out of this. They trying to charge him with a felony, I believe. But like I said earlier, if it comes to the fact that the weed was supposed to, it's legal, but it's also legal to have in your car. And even if they found the gun, that means they had no reason to really search his car for smelling weed if it's legal for him to have it in his car. So they gotta let that motherfucker go. They might keep the gun, but they gotta dismiss all charges, bro. Rather they found the gun or not. That's just like if you have a gun in your trunk and you tell a cop you can't search my trunk without a warrant, he pop your trunk and find a gun, they take you to jail. They gotta let you go. That's it. They fucked up because they violated your right when you said no search. No search and seizure, bro. I don't want you to search my car without a warrant. You have that right to not let them search without probable cause, especially if they don't have a problem. Especially if they don't have a probable cause. If they search your car, you ain't got no weed, no illegal drugs, no none of that shit in your car. And they just say, okay, well, we got a suspicion. What suspicion? Oh, can we search your car? No, you can't. And they still pop your trunk and search your shit and find a weapon. They can't hold you on that shit, bro. They can't. But anyway, let's see what happened with this case or with this story. Shout out to Deontay Wilder. I totally agree with you, my brother. It's better safe than sorry because at the end of the day, these fucking pigs don't give a shit about you or me or anybody else but they selves. That's it. This is Rebel Life Boxing. Catch y'all later, and I'm out. Peace.